Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know
the pool house is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome to Movie Madness Entertainment. I'm glad you're here with me and Brian.
Like
we're going to have a good show tonight. We're talking about James Gunn, one of my favorite James Gunn moments. I actually have a lot of respect for him, and I want to try to handle that topic carefully. His statement that he released today, I think really needs examination, and it's not like I want to handle it where I'm not saying, because everyone that's been on the internet had made mistakes, right? And James Gunn is one of those people. And he should know more than anyone else. And I really want to examine his words because it's very revealing and a great moment for a CEO and his arc and his journey as to where he is at DC now. That's not going to be the arc for a lot of us. So that's, that it's really good that he got his opportunities back, because if it wasn't for Warner Brothers reaching out, or maybe even Warner Brothers being in dire straits, he might not have got that opportunity. Do you know that, Brian, right?
Yeah, this is true. I mean,
they didn't go to him first.
This is stuff we discussed as it happened every night for the last few years. It's kind of a culmination. You're looking at somebody who's learned a lesson and kind of tried to transmit it on to other people. So, I mean, I just think, some people should take heed to what he said. I think we all should. If something's bothering you on the internet,
I'm not telling other people what to do.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying this guy, if you really like him, he is being really transparent here. And there's lots of ways he could have responded to certain things happening right now.
No, I think he's doing his best to try to diffuse the tense situation.
Right.
And I think he's doing a good job. So,
hey,
cheers.
Anthony, I sent you a link on X. I'm not going to highlight extremely negative comments. I want positivity. You have every right to say what you want, Isaac. I love you, bro.
Jeez, dude. And you're
no.
Like,
we're just going to, all we're going to do is we're going to wish Isaac the best. And he has every right to criticize me. But I don't need to highlight it though. And I wish you the best. And I'm a very positive guy. I want things to be good. I'm having trouble finding the quote, though. I saw it on Twitter earlier. Oh man, let me see. Anthony, can you get me the quote from James Gunn? I don't know if Anthony's still there.
I've been doing something different today. I renewed my membership to Paramount Plus and started watching Strange New Worlds again.
That's great, man. I've been waiting for this day.
Yes, everyone has. I finished season 2 and started season 3. Very, very good. I had to skip past the musical episode. I do apologize, but it was
fine. Skip the musical.
To me, it was kind of cringe. But anyways, I'm really liking it. Soon, Bruce and I have an announcement with regards to some Star Trek. But anyways, it's good to get back into something that I kind of enjoyed. I did fall off from it a little bit. I might have to go back to it. I've heard a lot of people say it, but like it just was really off-putting right when I first started watching it, and I just flipped to the next episode, which was super serious and raw, which was the season finale for season 2. Which was an amazing episode. I love what they're doing with the Gorn in Strange New Worlds. That just absolutely phenomenal. I'm confused about the relationship between Spock and Chapel. It's boggling my brain, but I'm working through it. But yeah, Strange New Worlds, worth a watch if you have not given
That's
it.
awesome because you
given
got
it a
me back
shake.
in the Star Trek.
I
With
got a lot of people back into Star Trek,
and then you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, what?
well, the thing is you have to understand, like, dude, y'all saw it. I was literally in tears of joy watching Star Trek Picard. Like, that's how happy that show made me. And then, like, for them to sit back and it's so, like, my heart goes that I understand why certain fandoms would be upset that certain things aren't going their way. I get it. Okay. That's for, like, Star Wars, whatever. Okay. Not gonna,
we're basically all we've
label
got to the
anything,
point. We've got to the point with all these big IPs that we're in the same boat in every IP.
Yeah, if it depends on how you feel about that IP. Honestly, I could say that about, like, my biggest thing I always like to compare to anything that goes on here on YouTube is to sports, because that's how sports fans act. It's literally how sports fans act. So it's like there's no difference between a DC and a Marvel fan. It's the same thing. Like, DC versus Marvel is like Giants versus the Dodgers, or 49ers versus the Cowboys. It's that kind of a rivalry to where it's like the teams are just going to sit there and shit on each other no matter what, but you're still going to be, like, hypercritical of your team. So, like, if the 49ers make bad roster moves, I'm going to say something about it.
Hey, last line. Yeah.
I totally understand. And that's kind of how I feel about Star Trek or Star Wars even. But with Star Wars, I'm a little bit more passive. I kind of just accept my content with Star Wars, which I don't know is a good thing or a bad thing, but I've tended to enjoy most of it, like 90%, except for that weird Visions show. I just haven't gotten into it. But yeah, no, dude, like, there's lots of good content out there to be had. Just sometimes you just got to get out of your own way and enjoy it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I tried. I try to actively try. I tried to watch Last Jedi and like it, and I do like it more after The Rise of Skywalker. So I try really hard. Years later, I went back and watched it. I'm like, wait, this is what it is. It's already done. Let me try to give us another shot.
It's like the prequels. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, when they first came out, I really liked them. But
I still own them.
Upon further review, and then realizing the fact that, like, just those first two, I can't stay awake for. It's not for any other reason than I think I've just seen him so many times, and, like,
and this is not sweat again. For some reason, right when I get out of the shower, it looks like
that's called excess water that doesn't get mopped up. You're cool, man. You're cool. But yeah, guys, I mean, there's stuff to be happy about. I'm actually excited. I'm looking forward to it. There's tons of stuff on Paramount Plus that I'm looking forward to enjoying. I want to watch Landman. Everybody's told me how great it was. So I'm gonna watch that. Tulsa King. I watched the first season of that show. Fantastic.
I gotta put her away. I'll be right back.
No problem. It's fine. But yeah, they've got, and then plus that, they've also got I think there's another season of one of those other Taylor Sheridan shows with the old, the 1883 or whatever the heck. So yeah, totally gonna watch that stuff. But yeah, next one I'm gonna renew will be Disney Plus as soon as Thunderbolts comes out. That way I can watch that, because I haven't seen that yet either. But that'll be good. And then I'll watch Ironheart, and then I should be caught up with Marvel until Fantastic Four comes out on streaming, because I don't know if I'll be able to get in and watch it in the theaters. I can't highlight chat right now. Oh, okay.
See, Isaac, now you're talking. Now we're on the same wavelength, brother. The prequel trilogy is way better than The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
I love the prequel. See?
Yeah. Okay. I'll see.
Oh!
Yeah. See. He was gone for a little bit.
We were having another bonding moment, Isaac.
But at least I didn't Garth up like I used to do. Like, whenever the host would leave and they'd leave me by myself, I'd be like, hi. Like part on Wayne's World where Garth is just sitting there trying to host the show by himself.
This is the Justice League shirt. This is when I got this shirt at Walmart.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it used to be this is an XL. And I used to be a 3X. Now I'm XL again.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. This is a great
Job of the Hut.
No, we all. You know why I'm trying to get healthy. It takes time for everyone.
I just didn't feel like paying $21 for it. Ghost Bubbles. Yeah. I do on it. I really wanted to. It's on streaming. You can buy
if
it.
you enjoy entertainment at your leisure and when you want to and when you can afford it, that's the difference you get on this channel, the
Well-
Everman. People are busy.
Well,
There's
that's what I'm saying. Like, I was
We've
talking
been
about how
we're older movie fans. We've been supporting the industry. Like if you're 20s, go see every freaking movie, right?
no, no. There's tons of other stuff to do. Go out and have fun. Go to the lake. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Nature. But no. What I was talking about is I'm waiting for Thunderbolts to get on Disney Plus, because once that happens, then I can binge watch everything that was on Disney Plus that I didn't get a chance to watch. Ironheart, I did not get to watch, and but I'll watch Thunderbolts when it comes out. That way, I'm not paying like a shit ton. Mobland, I will check that out, Sean. I'll check that out. Is it anything like akin to? I'm loving Tulsa King. That's like one of my favorite shows on there right now.
I gotta see that still.
Dude, it was the first season was epic. I just started the second season, but I ran out my subscription ran out right at that time. But yeah. So, anyways, that, and then I'm watching Strange New Worlds season 3 right now.
That's awesome.
Caught up on season 2 earlier today.
It's Guy Ritchie.
Oh,
I think I heard of that.
I might have to check that out. But yeah, so it's good and exciting. I got stuff to look forward to. So, anyways, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I want to handle this carefully because I am not getting. There was some incidents with fandoms. I have before all this went. I publicly announced part of the most unbiased. I know most unbiased gets people triggered. Brutally honest. But part of that is removing myself from fandom groups. I'm not even asking for the Batgirl or the Air cut, even though I want it, because I don't want to be associated with any. I want to be an individual. Not that there's anything wrong with groups, but usually comes chaos. Okay. And I don't want to be a virtue signaling or anything like here. Everyone has to come to the conclusions on their own end. But this to me, when I read this from James Gunn to me, it was like coming from someone that's been in the trenches before and be like, you know what, you all, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I want to read this. If you see something toxic online, and this is like reaffirming everything that Brian's been saying for the longest time, that he was even saying to me behind the scenes, like for the longest, like, Max, stop it. When I used to go after Geeks and Gamers. Yeah.
Trust me. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, let's not get things twisted here. Let's discuss a little bit of the history of what we did here on Movie Madison Entertainment.
Again, I'm not telling anyone else to do. I'm saying leaving this behind has helped me personally. That's all.
I'm just saying, like, dude, from 2 old salty war dog vets who've been in the trenches for the better part of half of a decade. Okay, like, dude, I'm tired, bro.
Right.
I don't care anymore.
No, but like, I will reiterate here, James Gunn is very talented. He deserved his comeback.
Yeah.
Not all of us are going to get the opportunity. James Gunn. We're not as talented as him. If we went through the stuff he went through to get when he got canceled, or stuff in part of it was political fanboy stuff. He was doing political fanboy on social media. I remember.
Yeah. No, but he was doing what a lot of people were doing during that time, and he got caught up in a cancel campaign.
And they were not even looking at him until he was, throwing heat.
Basically,
people will find stuff. People will find stuff.
Basically, to sum up what he's saying, and he's 100% correct on this, is that the best way to, I always say it before, like, don't feed the trolls. It's literally what he's saying. Like,
I mean, if anyone else has a different interpretation, let us know in the chat. We're having a civil discussion here. This is the way I'm taking it. The other thing I want to say is part of your being a fan is thinking that you should defend the person you're a fan of. And I'm thinking about Zack Snyder and James Gunn. You could put them both in the same boat, right? Remember when Zack Snyder was basically begging his fandom, us united, and then that even caused problems?
Yeah, no, I
was there.
I was there.
I
watched the music video too.
I don't think.
Thanks, Enosh.
I don't think these creatives actually want us to argue for them every time. I don't.
No. I think they're plenty capable of fighting their own battles.
Yeah.
We do not have to do it for them.
Yeah.
No, honestly, dude, the best thing you could do is if you see something online, ignore it. block it, move on. Like, it's the best thing you could possibly do. Like Max just said, it's better for your health.
I've gotten better at ignoring things. I'm really trying hard, and I'm trying to avoid this nonsense too. But this is such a great moment from an executive because this isn't just a one note thing.
Well, and it's diffusing the situation, and that's why I'm respecting it, because
I really
this is it.
Yeah, like, I really respect what he says here. I want to read it in whole. Okay, so he says, if you see something toxic online, my advice would be don't interact with it. Attention only fans the flames of online toxicity. It's one of the reasons I'm primarily on this platform. I think he's talking about what is wait, what? Hold on a second.
Jeez. Shiny object.
No, I got an important message.
Oh, well, there you go. But anyways.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What?
I don't know if I should say, I'm not going to say I got some really good news from a good friend, but I'm not going to say it on air just in case they want to. Some really good news. It's completely different from this. It's just good outside of YouTube news.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this is something that should have been said a very long time ago from somebody who has been involved in this for a long time. I'm very proud of James Gunn to
I love this
tweet something like this. Like, I'm hoping. I don't want people to come together anymore. I don't give a rat's ass anymore. Okay, fuck that. It's not worth it. Forget it. Okay, but at least we could put our words away. You know, and like, you know, stand down.
I'm not being in bad faith. I try a lot harder than I used to, Anthony. You've been here for a long time.
Dude, I'm just saying, like, even Anthony should know, dude. Like, this show has mellowed out considerably.
Yeah. And it's helped my health. I mean, besides exercising, it's also about not getting angry. And
dude, every night that I would come on in these shows, it was there was something. There was a cause. Like no, dude. Take it from someone who got tired of doing this, and I'm not on every night.
Please don't turn a positive into a negative, Chris. Like Zach should have said. Zach did it in his way. That's what I meant by that. Yeah, Zach did it in his way by saying us.
He did, but it came across the wrong way.
Yeah. It wasn't as you know.
The problem was back then is you had people that weren't like, I don't know. The situation was completely different, but it's not wrong.
I understand. There's definitely criticism there.
He should have made a statement like this too. I guarantee. Like I wholeheartedly agree. He should have. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, as from somebody from the periphery who doesn't have, like, I'm not very swayed on either side at this point.
No, there's definitely criticism there for sure that Zach could have done a stronger statement to, you know, Us United was trying.
Well, see, the Us United didn't include people who didn't like what Zach did.
That's true.
And that's the main thing. The argument then wasn't it was people who liked Zach and didn't like Zach. That was the whole thing. Now it's a whole, you have two different, you know, opposing directors, but it's same but different. I guess is the best way to put it. It's similar in certain aspects, but
it's not that you're not allowed here, RJ, or anything. You're definitely allowed. I'm keeping it nice and simple for tonight. Me and Brian, and I sent the link to Anthony, but you know, I'm doing a shorter. I didn't get a nap in today. So I want to get through this topic and then talk about the layoffs.
And I wouldn't take this as anybody chastising anyone, because
no. It's just because I had a busy day. Brian knows, so I'm doing a really quick stream tonight. And the more people that come on, the more you know. But I want to finish this statement here because I really think this is a great moment. He didn't have to do this. It's one of the reasons I'm primarily on this platform. Isn't here because there are fewer toxic people here, although there seemingly are. It's because it started as an online culture more willing to let toxic personality in the back of the room shout himself hoarse and go away. When you shout back, you're making that voice relevant. I do agree with that. From my own mistakes. I made people more relevant. The only thing I succeeded, I will say this: the only thing I succeeded with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers was being his biggest critic or hater, if you want to say that. That's the only thing I did at the time. There's probably someone that's surpassed me now. I didn't change anyone's mind. You know, looking back at, I thought I was helping. I didn't do anything. The people that I gained for viewership from that, they just wanted me to see me bat. They didn't want to see what my opinion is on the new Superman or something. They wanted to see me bash Jeremy. That was it.
Oh,
that
no.
was my audience at the time.
That's why I came on, dude. You were hating on Doomcock. Like, oh, yeah, dude. Like, I was all about it, you know, taking it to the man. There was all that stuff. And then,
yeah, but I didn't change anything. I thought I was you know.
Well, no, and
that
that's the thing. We thought we were standing up for the best, you know, the greatest things of all time. But like, no, dude. In essence, everybody had their own opinions. They were all set in them. Okay, there was no changing it. We didn't move the needle. All we did was sat here and complained.
And then Anthony, I'm glad you're there. I want to see what you think about this statement too when I'm done reading it. I want to finish this and go to the other topics. You're giving it a sounding board. You are the midwife helping to birth that toxic voice into the world. You're helping to make a few thousand angry voices seem like millions. And to be clear, when I'm talking about toxicity, I'm talking primarily about rage or cruelty. I'm not talking about. I like that he said this too, because some people, there's great clarification here, because some people saying even criticism is hate, and that's not true. That's not true.
No,
so I'm
criticism can be, you know, I understand how it could be construed as hate, but dude, criticism just, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I'm not talking about not liking something or having reasonable arguments about things we like and don't. Anyway, forgive the PSA, but it's on my mind. I think this is one of the really good moments for Gunn. Anthony, what do you think about this? Anthony, are you there?
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I thought this was a well put out statement by him.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't see how anyone could. I'm sure there's going to be spin.
Of course, but
try to spin this negative, but I don't see how anyone could spin this negative.
Yeah,
bullshit
but
if you did.
You can spin like this was a very well written statement by him, and I love the last part where he said, "Yeah, well, I love everything he said about this team. Nothing wrong when he said. I have no problem with it." So,
yeah. So I'm not telling anyone to do. I'm just telling people what my journey on my channel. It's made me a lot healthier, and I am able to disconnect from the internet, even though I enjoy the internet.
Yes.
Once my show's done, I disconnect and I go exercise instead of battling with dumb arguments that really don't mean anything. Even the arguments that we have that are healthy sometimes go on too long, and I'm like, I could be exercising now instead of arguing about Kathy Kennedy. Yeah, that's my own fault there. You bring up her name, I gotta, you know. But I really enjoy this comment. I really hope he succeeds. But with that said, I can still criticize him tonight constructively.
Yeah, you could criticize, and nothing wrong when you say that, but
yeah. Easier disconnect. Keep yourself busy. I'm not saying don't be on the internet. Just, you know, disconnecting every once in a while is very healthy. I will tell you the truth. When I heard shit was going down, I'm like, I'm not going on the internet today. Sunday night, I was like, forget this. I was like, I don't even want to know everything that's going on. That's honestly the truth. I was like, nope. I am staying off the internet. I'll play some video games.
Yeah, I was watching reruns of of Storage Wars. So yeah, my mind was far away from here.
Yeah. So now we could talk about James Gunn still won't say, and we have, I do that now. I'm like, no, maybe wait, go to bed if I can. Things might change in a day or two or whatever.
Well, dude, honestly, some of the best things you can learn is like sleep on it, bro.
Oh, you know, no, people think I go to political. You don't know how many tweets that I start replying with a snarky political comment and then I delete it instead of hitting send.
No, honestly,
and I still do every once in a while.
It's the grown-up thing to do.
Like the majority of the time, I just like, this isn't going to help me at all.
Trust me, man. I'm in the same boat.
I mean, because I'm not a political commentator.
No,
I thought about it. but
No,
it's just
and
gonna
that's the
hurt-
thing.
it's gonna-
Like, I'm not like enough. I'm not astute enough to like carry on my own like mini debate there in the comments section, even a Twitter feed. So I'm like,
yeah.
I'm good. I don't want to sit there and spend the rest of my day like when I'm at work trying to like argue with somebody.
Yeah.
And
No,
then I'll
because
get
I was
tired
like,
from work.
I should be able to say something, but no, my audience doesn't care about my politics, and it's just gonna cause what it's gonna lose a few followers, and no one's even gonna care. I'm like, just forget it. It's not even worth it. Okay, so I do think it's obvious now. Crazy Joe said you're wrong to me on X. I said he won't say he won't say Justice League International for his next movie, and it's basically Justice League International because Superman was basically the Justice Gang. Now I'm doing that just to trigger people because it obviously was a Superman movie too, but it wasn't not a Justice Gang movie, I'll tell you that. And there's got to be a reason that he's so secretive about saying what the sequel is. If it was Superman 2, he would just say Superman 2. So this is what we know, Brian and Anthony. It's not the Authority because he said the Authority was not working well and fell through. It's not Batman the Brave and the Bold, which I speculated that he was going to take over. But Superman's a main character in it. It's not Superman 2. And probably the Justice Gang characters are going to be in it, right? I don't see how this is not Justice League International, and he just won't say it. And honestly, when he is promoting Superman, my speculation is the reason he doesn't want to say it right away is you don't want to say the next movie is Justice League International when you're trying to sell us a Superman movie and the Justice Gang is in it, because then you'll have the critics like me saying, "What is this, a Superman or a Justice Gang movie?" I don't see how it's not. I'm sure it's possible it's something different, but I don't know how you do a follow-up to Superman based on the context of the story with the Justice Gang, and it's not Superman 2. Superman's a main character, and you have all these characters. They're not just going to disappear for the sequel. But let's get to the man's thoughts, and then I want to get Brian and Anthony's thoughts here too. So someone asked them, and we have RJ got a response too. I'm a little confused right now. Is this the same movie you've talked about in the past? The one where you said Superman has a major role, but wasn't exactly a sequel, so it's not Superman 2? Or is this a different movie, and this one is actually Superman 2? Yes, sorry. This is the same movie. Superman has a major role. It's not Superman 2. So I wish I could bet Joe on this one too. Although I hope I didn't lose the last bet with Sean. I would love this. And then it's going to go with the people that they're rushing Justice League again, though. And I think that's the other reason he doesn't want to say it right away either. He wants the box office to come in first. William Powell says Justice League International.
I think I have a good idea what it is.
Okay, tell me what it is. Give me another, because I'm going to put a poll on.
I think it's probably going to be a Supergirl team up with Superman in it. After her movie comes out next year, we're probably going to hear about it.
That's a good guess. That's the only other thing that it's plausible.
Because it makes sense. It makes sense because we only saw 30 seconds of her. Yeah, on screen time. She did great for those 30 seconds on screen time. And she's getting her movie next year in June.
Why are you so upset with that, Donovan? You would be talking about glazing. You would be glazing James Gunn all over the place if he did.
He does glaze
Justice League International if that was the announcement. I don't know. Just because I think that's what it is, you're upset. I wouldn't be upset with that.
Nah, but like, I think it was.
Would you be upset, Brian, if the follow-up to Superman was Justice League International? It's a different Justice League. That's all it is. With weirder characters.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You wouldn't be upset, would you?
No.
Okay.
But I don't know why Donovan's upset with that. Like, that would be great. One of the reasons I was so upset the Snyderverse didn't continue is like you assembled the Justice League and then you don't do anything with it after. That was one of the biggest things besides Darkseid, because I wanted to see Cavill's Superman go up against Darkseid in that Justice League. But I'm very happy now. William, could be a Legion of Superhero film. Yes, it could be, William, but
it could be.
I think
James got comment on them doing the Legion of superheroes. Like, well, time travel in the 31st century, it's a hard, complicated thing to do in live action. Like, yeah, you gotta be very. If you want to do those characters, you gotta be very smart on how you write them because they're from the future, way ahead of us. But like, nah, there's probably gonna be my guess because the international characters are showing up in Peacemaker season 2. We don't know how many episodes. My guess would be 1 or 2 or 3, maybe 3 episodes or 2 for them. But I think it's probably a Supergirl team up.
Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, maybe.
Too early for that.
I'd be open for. I just think the easiest answer is the one that's the most obvious. The most obvious is you have, unless they call it Justice Gang, the movie. I think that's the most obvious. So here's RJ getting a direct response. So yes, sorry, this is the same movie. Superman has a major role. It's not Superman 2. And then he gets clarification. Are we close to an official confirmation as to what this movie you are writing currently is, or is that still ways off? It's a ways off.
It's not until announced anytime soon, so probably the script is finished.
Ain't bad.
Which I mean,
but honestly, I'm looking forward to Supergirl the most. What about you, Brian and Anthony? I think we have so many Superman movies, but not a lot of Supergirl movies.
Ben won. That one fell.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, please more. Like, hell yeah, dude. The more the merrier. I don't care. Let's see it.
And talking about fandoms, like when you really instead of thinking what you divide you, what you agree on, we've never had. I mean, I guess there's been people that said like, oh, Court's ass or Cavill's ass, but I don't take those people seriously because we really never had a bad Superman or Clark. It's just we've had disagreements on the vision of where DC was going, but we've always had a decent Superman and Clark,
Yeah, like I have not had a problem with any single iteration of Superman whatsoever. Like,
right?
Yeah, I didn't not like Superman. Yeah. Henry Cavill Superman. You see the joke I made there? Get it? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? I didn't not like it. Oh, come on.
Yeah. Oh, you liked it. You really enjoyed the Justice League too. You just got the discourse made you dislike the movie, I think.
Yeah.
In retrospect.
Oh, of course. That's what really ruins.
No, I honestly think there's people like you that would like maybe you would have rewatched it again, but because of the discourse, you're like, I don't even want to see this stuff anymore. So, I mean, that's a reality. That I still love that movie, but
at the same time, yeah. Whatever we'll see, we're not gonna get announcements of it anytime soon.
All right, so let's cover this because I think Perp was trying to call me out that I need to be fair and balanced on this specific topic about Warner Brothers layoffs.
Yeah,
and I'm going to say this to Perp because I hope he's watching and eventually. I think that what you're suggesting is because Warner Brothers also has 10% layoffs, that should somewhat absolve Kathy Kennedy's responsibility for layoffs at Disney, and it's part of the economic situation worldwide. What I will say is, I think all executives need criticism, including Zaslav. And if they did a better job with their streaming and their shows and their projects and follow through, it wouldn't be as difficult when you have the low times. Like the margins are smaller. So these decisions, Zaslav has made horrible mistakes with combining HBO and Discovery and then separating them again. And yes, there have been very successful Warner Brothers movies.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
And I will be real. I do think Superman is a success enough, but I don't think it's and I'm not saying that they wouldn't have done the layoffs anyway, the 10%, regardless of the box office from DC. But it wasn't like it wasn't big enough to save those 10% either. Like if for some reason DC suddenly became like the next like $1 billion, potentially maybe this wouldn't have happened, but I still think this would have happened eventually anyway,
I think,
This is part of the environment. Across the board, streamers are laying off people, especially IP owners across the board, video games, everything. But executives still deserve their criticisms for not following through with projects, the results on the numbers. I don't care about what people say woke or whatever. I care about numbers and money. And some of these shows were not successful. And I always go back to the point, Brian, let me know what you think of this. I know you think you also, to be fair, might be more critical of me, saying I'm overly critical of Kathy and Disney and Star Wars. But this is what I go to. If you told me in the 90s there was only one place you could get new live action Star Wars and it was only $10 a month and it wouldn't have been a major success, like the most popular thing ever, I would have said you're crazy. But that's the reality we're living in. It's not bad. Star Wars isn't dead, but it's not what it was. And yeah, Marvel is a bigger IP now than Star Wars, whether you like it or not. And Marvel's having some issues too. But that's the way I think about it. So I think there have been legit issues at the executive level, but it's not all Kathy's fault either. Some of it is the environment of Hollywood and the typical stuff. So, go ahead, Brian.
The way of the industry, my friend. No, I think it's time. A lot of places are downsizing.
Yeah,
at the moment, and aren't they up for sale again?
Yeah.
No, it's rumor, but I don't.
So, honestly, 10% and 10% of Disney, if they are struggling, isn't the worst thing. It's just that this has happened. I think this is the second time for Disney. This might be I don't know how many times this is in a row for HBO. So all the executives deserve criticism because of bad decisions. And Zaslav, the thing I criticized him on the most is the way he went to profitability is removing value from the consumers. He basically removed shows and licensed them out and canceled and shelved stuff and took tax write-offs. And I think that's the lazy way. I think the way for the industry really to thrive is not to just nickel and dime and take away value from the existing consumer and raise prices, is try to attract new consumers. And I don't think the industry is focusing on that. And that's across all industries. All industries, basically, they're not trying to get new customers. They're nickel and diming their existing cash cows. And that's why prices are going up across the board.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, WB have hits after hits this year, and they lay off 10% of the people. Probably is more, but and also like him splitting up HBO and combining with Max, getting rid of the HBO name, which it's iconic. You could go down and that's on favorite show HBO and for 30 plus years. Like, you can't get rid of an iconic name. Oh, let's bring him back. Like, really?
There's some extra stuff here. Sean O'Rourke, this is extra info I didn't think about. This may be a direct result of these movies not hitting internationally now. Sean says, let me explain. My wife, who worked in international marketing, the 10% are the ground people in other countries who handle the marketing campaigns in those countries. This was expected. That's an interesting factor, Sean, because Superman and Fantastic Four are not a runaway success internationally. And if it's not working, I could easily see
no superhero movie banned in a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no point. There's no point of marketing your movies, like say, superhero movies in China or Asia. There's no point of that. They should market for the Latin community, like the Latin people. That makes sense. But like over there in China and Asia, no comic book movies gonna make a lot of money there anymore. Those countries are completely thrown away from comic book movies, that they much rather see their own movies. So, which I'm not surprised. If I live there, I will see their own movies that they made over there. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. But it's unfortunate that those people got to be laid off and stuff. WB and Disney had, a great year so far of hits after hits. But it's unfortunate.
And honestly, I know we'll bring up the superhero fatigue while you're here, Brian, and my wife still has it. She saw Superman. That did not click for her. She's like, I'm done again. She wouldn't see Fantastic Four. But I wanted DC. I wanted Superman to be a slam dunk. Like, for everyone to just be like, okay, there's some real energy. And it's not a failure. And it's doing decent. And there's a way to move forward. But we have to be realistic about superhero movies are not like they once were. And they're still going to be them. But
there's just so goddamn many of them.
No. But I am shocked how bad Fantastic Four is doing right now. It's like, I think people as a whole,
tired of it, man.
This isn't just Star Wars. This is because I love universe movies. It's not just comic book fatigue. It's universe fatigue with these big universes. Franchise fatigue, where people just, instead of finishing things, they reboot it or they just move on. They expect the audience just to show up every time. You have to woo back your audience. Now, maybe Avengers Doomsday will get people back. Maybe Supergirl will be so exciting that there's going to start to be momentum. Maybe instead of almost 600 million, you get 650 million. People don't think Supergirl's going to do it. I think it's going to do like Wonder Woman levels, but maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I just think it's been a while. We've seen female-led superhero movies, but not one with like an attitude that was like at that one, like, that's in the marketing so far.
I got something excited to talk to you about after the stream, man.
Okay, cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's good.
RJ says, I think he's splitting the company in two parts to reset the stocks and shares. The cable assets are dragging down the company. Okay. Yeah,
just be careful how they do that.
Yeah, but that was something special that has all the extra bells and whistles. Any movie that doesn't have all the extra bells and whistles isn't doing well. I really want. That's why I said some people got mad at my last video where I said Superman doesn't necessarily beat Man of Steel numbers, but it doesn't have to as long as it's better than Fantastic Four because that's better than Feige.
Well,
how can you argue with that?
The main connection in that movie, RJ, was the 25 years of X-Men movie history we had preceding that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was a member berry still in bed.
Well, something could be said too about different versions of the character. Because Marvel really hasn't. You don't have to stay if you need to go.
Oh no, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Marvel really hasn't had to deal with recasting characters, and this is the first time they did with Blade and Fantastic Four, and it's not going so well. That was. I always said when Warner Brothers executives expected Marvel numbers, it wasn't fair because you're talking about Batman, Superman that have been so many iterations, it's kind of hard to stay fresh. Whereas Marvel, some of these characters you've seen for the first time in live action. Now you're getting to the characters that you can't,
Well, no, and then you're not wrong about it. It's who do you recast, who do you don't? Like that's the main question. You know what I mean? We've seen some of the X-Men recast. I mean, not all of them, but with the Days of Future movies. But I don't know, man. Like we've seen it to a certain point, but like you said, though, this is the first time that the MCU has to deal with recasting of a existing
why they don't want to do Wolverine. Yeah.
Well, the thing is they kind of gave a wink and a nod to it in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like with Chris Evans coming back as the Human Torch.
Yeah.
Which was freaking amazing, and I loved it. But yeah, so that's the main reason.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
I can imagine it being difficult because, that it's Pedro Pascal fatigue mainly.
I'll be real. The Fantastic Four is the first one I didn't like Pedro in. And people were saying I had a bad take. He's just supposed to be a boring scientist.
Indies doesn't make that much money in theaters, depending on which one. So, but at the end of the day, if Fantastic,
Donovan, next time Sean's in the chat, if you can't control, I'm gonna have to put you in timeout. That's not fair that you know. Sorry, Anthony. I didn't mean. Is your audio out, Anthony?
Hello.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're getting next. We're Spider-Man and Punisher.
Yeah, put your DMs down.
Well, it's not showing anything though. I thank you. I appreciate you looking out for me, but it's okay. Yeah. Let me see if I can do that. Hold on. Okay, there. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. Punisher and Spider-Man. I am looking forward to this. I still have to finish Daredevil. I love the Punisher. Frank Castle, or the actor that plays him. What's his name? Amazing Punisher. I really don't think we've had a bad Punisher either, except Dolph Lundgren in the first one was pretty bad. But I'm really looking forward to this.
You got VHS tapes on those.
I do have that. I think Joe gave that to me. All right, so that's happening with Spider-Man. Hopefully, the only thing is, I think it's a missed opportunity if you also don't bring in Kingpin and Daredevil, though. Yeah. All right, let me see here. If there's anything else I want to cover. I don't know. Oh, I did watch the trailer.
I guess we'll see,
Shelby
because
Oaks.
they're probably setting up a lot for the.
I did watch the trailer for Shelby Oaks at the theater today when I saw Together. It actually looks really good.
Next couple hours they shoot in, so we'll see.
For what? What, Anthony? I don't know.
No, I said the next couple hours Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, they're I heard they're
shooting,
locking down a lot of real estate for a big action sequence. But I'm pretty happy. 60
streets, yeah.
Stuckman's a YouTuber. The trailer was really good. Like now I'm interested. I honestly was just like, okay, a YouTuber wants to make a movie, and I was not like eager to see it. I wasn't against it or anything. But now that I've seen it, the trailer, I was like, oh, that looks really good. I do want to see that. So look good to me. I'm probably going to be seeing Shelby Oaks.
The horror is doing.
Mm-hmm. Is this a real photo? Because that's hilarious. They handed Jack Nicholson Heath Ledger a photo sign. That's amazing. I can't tell if that's an AI or what. Because if someone actually did that, that is absolutely hilarious.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah. Oh, this is for.
That's probably the funniest. If it's true, that's funny.
Good for Jack for still smoking. Yeah. Actually,
that's the old picture. That's the old picture.
I think that Leonardo DiCaprio got his template for his lifestyle from Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson was always with the ladies too, always getting younger ladies and always on boats and stuff. I think they did something together, and after that,
now you don't do that.
No, they're talking about doing Small Soldiers too. This is for CJH. This is actually a really decent show. I think Phil Hartman was in it, right?
Yes.
Wasn't Phil Hartman in it?
Yeah,
Small Soldiers. I think that's a great franchise to bring back.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, so why not? Like, friends to riot, why not?
I'm sending this to my sister the next time she wants me to help her move. If you're over 35, hire movers. Your friends are too old. No one wants to slip a disc for pizza and 2 Bud Lights. It's not worth it.
It's not.
Oh, my sister is horrible with this. I barely move ever.
Just hire people.
No, it's usually me. All right. And I think that's about it. We'll do some mailbag call tonight.
Sounds good.
That mailbag?
We're never getting. What are you talking about? They're talking about redoing it. They would be good for video games and everything. I mean, it wouldn't have to be a big budget movie.
No,
I don't think that's stop motion with
Stop
action
motion, yeah.
figures. I wonder if they would just do it 3D now. I'd prefer if they actually used action figures like the first one, but I hope they wouldn't. Yeah. Let me bring up the mailbag here. All right, ready to come up here.
All right.
Okay, so James Gunn teases a new DCU TV series could be greenlit soon. There's a television show that I hope we're going to be greenlighting in the next few days. That's great. I've been critical that the shows didn't, I mean, at least to me, I think they were doing too many shows that seemed like what MC was doing last days.
This is 11 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. But they didn't actually greenlight shows since then either.
Yeah, it was Booster Gold did.
But to be fair, the DCU shows have been pretty good.
Yeah. Well, Creature Commandos wasn't a hit for me personally, but I really love Peacemaker season 2 is coming out August. So
Woke Maker?
I wanted to watch that again. I didn't get to. There's a they do a
first season of Peacemaker was amazing. It was some of the best DC content they've had out.
Thoughts on James Gunn and whether Green Lantern was fighting Mr. Mystipic in the scene? Oh no, he's just a stupid basic imp. He's nowhere near as powerful as Mr. I don't like these characters. With context, I might, but honestly, I really don't care about these DC characters. I'm not like, if people really want them, more power to you. Basically, they're going to have to prove to me that it's not stupid, because it sounds stupid to me, Mr. Mystipic. And I know comic book fans are like, you're an idiot, Max. I don't care.
It's okay, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I skipped past the musical episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I get it, bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, it
cool.
could be good with the right context, but it's not something I'm looking forward to. James Gunn said he's back in talks with James Mangold about Swamp Thing. We just talked to James Mangold the other day. He hasn't delivered a script. He's been distracted with his billions of movies, but we're talking about it. Yeah, he is very busy.
He's always a busy person, but he always get it done no matter what.
Are you just spamming the chat?
Who's spamming?
RJ.
I don't see it.
What now?
I don't see nothing.
Or did the chat just stop?
Yeah, just stop.
Oh boy. Where'd the chat go then? Okay.
Everybody leave.
Yeah.
They got to the mailbag, they bounced.
All right.
Ouch.
It is from 11 days ago,
Thoughts on James Gunn response to fans wanting Alan Ritchson to play Batman in DCU? I'm a big Alan Ritchson fan, both as an actor and as a guy. Let's just wait and see what happens. I like this response better than out what he used to do was like false fake news, because I don't think he's actually considering Alan. I don't. But I like this response better. Just wait and see. Instead saying everything's false.
Not with him the other day fiending for Robert Pattinson to be in the DCU. Like,
thoughts on Kevin Feige on the possibility of a Spider-Man and Human Torch team up in the MCU? That's one of the key relationships in Marvel Comics, Johnny Storm and Peter Parker, and we've never been able to come close to it before, and now it's in the realm of possibility. That's exciting.
I forgot they teamed up.
I think Tom Holland only has so many movies left in him. I don't know if we're gonna get a team up movie with Johnny Storm. Maybe he'll be interacting in the movie.
I could see just Johnny just showing up for one quick scene and that's it.
I don't see. I mean, I'd be shocked if they start making Spider-Man 6. I think there's like 2 more when the reboot with Secret Wars and Doomsday. James Cameron says he almost cut the scene of Superman saving us. Oh, James Gunn, not Cameron.
Wow.
Superman saving a squirrel from the film because test audiences didn't like it. We showed it to the test audiences and people did not like the squirrel. They're like, what the F is he saving a squirrel? He's taking time out to save a squirrel. there was a cut where I cut it out. I'm like, I really missed the squirrel. He's got to have the squirrel. So there you go. James Gunn not listening to constructive criticism from test. No, I'm just kidding.
I ain't gonna lie, he was right. He was right to keep it. I don't. Test audience could be good sometimes, but sometimes they dumb.
I mean, I don't know how. I thought the squirrel was kind of silly, but I didn't hate it either.
No, I don't hate it. Like,
he saves everything.
He saved everything. He saved a cat. He saved cats in the comics.
Exact opposite of Cavill. Cavill doesn't care if buildings fall on people.
Man, he wrecked them buildings, bro.
But this Superman saves squirrels. Yeah. That's
Flew
how
right
you
through
really
them shits, dude.
That's how I mean. I could easily see some people that really do not like the Snyderverse saying that. Our
They
Superman
probably flew right into people too, bro. Just like
hope it saves
cut 'em in half.
squirrels. Well, your Superman doesn't even care if buildings collapse on Bruce Wayne's workers.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, Bruce Wayne didn't care about Bruce Wayne's workers. Homeboy sent all his checks back.
Oh, well, he sent checks.
Oh, that's true, huh?
He wanted to visit in person, I guess. I don't know. Kevin Feige says there will be less Marvel projects in the future, making 2 or 3 movies a year. Some years it will be 1, some years it will be 3. We'll be down to single live action show a year.
Well,
I'm okay with that.
Let's see. Well, next year.
I just hope they succeed, though. If they don't succeed, too, oh boy. He dodged a truck that ran into a building.
Yeah, but that's like nobody knows buildings. Like I've rewatched Man of Steel 10,000 times. Like there's like nobody knows buildings. Like the
Hell, people in them buildings, man.
No.
Shows them.
No, James Gunn went out of his way to show a scene in Superman where he was fighting the kaiju, and Superman, the kaiju started to fall backwards, and he made a specific directed scene to go out of his way to have Superman stop and say, is everyone okay in the building? And push the kaiju back away from the building.
Good.
So that directly addresses the criticism of the last Superman.
Well, they did it in goddamn Justice League with the stupid Russian family.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then you get out of the fifis, boys and girls. they did it back then. So it's not just James Gunn going after your shit.
Kevin Feige has teased that multiple Spider-Man comic book covers will be brought to life in Brand New Day. Destin is doing an amazing job, and he's got 8 or 9 covers.
They're going to turn the clock to 0
up on his wall in the art department.
We'll see. We're going to see some probably behind the scenes in the next couple hours because they start shooting at 5 o'clock over there in the UK. So, Glasgow. So we'll see. I can't wait to see it.
I'm glad we're getting another movie. That's all I can care anymore. I don't need all the extra movies either. I was on board for it, but after watching like Quantumania and stuff like that, oh my god, I want the good stuff. Although I love Thunderbolts, and it does not look like them saying Blade is having an issue again, and it's not a priority. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's Ryan Johnson, dude. It's Ryan Johnson.
No, it's gonna happen.
No, it's worse that it's no, because they actually did work and have scripts on this one. They didn't even have an outline for Ryan Johnson.
No, well, to be fair, like this, I don't see. There's no point of releasing a Blade movie doing the multiverse saga.
Because they basically they missed the window where Blade would have worked because they're going to Avengers and Secret Wars and rebooting.
Yeah,
so like,
you gotta have the story where Kraven's hunting him, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's Spider-Man. I mean, you could have Dr. Morbius, but like Sony messed that up so bad. Sony's a dumb company, I swear to God.
Marvel.
I just had to hear you say that once, bro.
Miles Morales into the MCU Spider-Verse animated trilogy is complete. We've been told to stay away. They can't bring him in until then. I honestly think they're going to finish Tom Holland, and I don't think they're going to have them both at the same time.
No, I think you introduce him in the last movie or the Tom Holland movie. Yeah, like the Spider-Man. They only signed him up for 3 more movies, so like 7. Yeah, like you bring Miles, but obviously, Into Across the Spider-Verse, the third movie, is finished in 2028. So, yeah, probably after that we probably hear news of the live-action Miles Morales movie. But yeah,
Top 5 domestic box office: Superman, Jurassic. Thank you, Anthony. I know what you did last summer. Smurfs F1.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Shout out to F1s.
All right, we got like 4 more. We'll get through this.
We got this.
Because James Gunn teases the upcoming Supergirl film and how it's going to be different than Superman. Superman is a different movie than Supergirl. Supergirl is way more rock and roll film. Awesome.
Good.
It's a little bit rougher in certain ways. She's a tougher character. She's not Superman at all. It's not the same. The movie really is for everybody. And so is Supergirl, but it's a little edgier in some ways than this film. I hope so. I'm hoping
Hopefully.
for that. Yeah.
Can't wait to see a trailer. Hopefully.
No,
by
I didn't say there. I wasn't complaining about that scene, Isaac. I was saying that's the way to differentiate it from the last version of Superman. They went out of their way to show scenes like that because that was the major criticism, right, Brian? That was the big backlash.
Yes, that's why they saved the Russian family in the Justice League, bro.
Yeah, this Superman kills, and then he also doesn't care about buildings falling
That's
down.
why. That's why they fought Doomsday on an abandoned island in
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
They corrected in that movie. Jesus Marumba.
Yep.
Thoughts on Luca Guadagnino will no longer direct DC Studios Sergeant Rock film. James Gunn confirms that.
I'm not surprised. I'm not. That movie's never.
I mean, I want it to happen. I don't really care though. It's not a character I care about. I'm like, I'll be there with my ticket, but it's not like, oh, need to make this movie.
I believe until I see. I'm not interested. I was interested because Luca's
I think they
directing.
should only focus on the popular characters mostly and a few offshoots, really. Because I think if they go too far down this rabbit hole of strange characters, the argument's always going to be James Gunn made you care about a raccoon and a talking tree. And I'm like, I get it. He's done that, but it's not going to happen every single time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see. I mean, I do. I'm not interested in the movie. I was only interested.
I mean, do you care about Sergeant Rock?
No,
I'm not against it, but I'm just like, okay.
But I like the director so much.
Swamp Thing, now that sounds interesting. Swamp Thing's cool. You know?
Yeah, I like the director, so that's the reason why I was going
Steal
to
a
see
line
it.
from another James Gunn movie. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
come on, guys, Star-Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get the Sergeant Rock why they're so adamant about it.
I have no idea who he is, man. Is he like a rock or something?
Sergeant Rock. I think he's like a soldier
in charge of rocks.
Yeah, well, no, he wasn't. He was in Creature Commando.
Oh yeah, he was in Creature Commandos. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
But I was only interested if Luca was going to do the movie, but I'm not watching that.
All right. Sinners ends its theatrical run, earning $365 million at the worldwide box office, third highest grossing horror movie ever.
That's crazy.
10th highest grossing R-rated movie. Great job. That crew, Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, and all of those people working in his stable.
Haley.
They're all doing great. Yeah. She was all right in that. I don't know that. I think the rest did better than she did. She was okay.
He's just jealous of Justin Allen.
Yeah.
So am I.
Oh. Okay.
Or Josh Allen. Sorry, my bad.
I thought the chemistry there, and when Michael B. Jordan was looking at her on the red carpet premiere, I didn't think the next thing that was going to happen was she was going to marry that guy. I was like,
she was engaged to Josh Allen at the time.
No, I know, but he gave her, he was looking like
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I know, but he was like, damn, she looks fine on the red carpet. And then the chemistry in the movie, I thought we were going to be hearing about them breaking up and her going with Michael B. Jordan. And then she, I hope they're happy. I hope everything works out. But I thought for sure that was going a different way. Okay, James Gunn on could the Legion of Superheroes exist in the DCU? I've thought about it. I'm not a time travel person. I like science fiction, but time travel is a rough one for me. I'm not into that. I'm not really into teleportation either. I have weird things that aren't for me. Now, you can say that the pocket universe is teleportation, but I don't think of it as that. I think it is traveling from one point in dimension space to another as opposed to teleporting, which I think as a person dying or being recreated.
I don't know how you bring those characters in. Those characters are difficult to do in live action. You could try, but those characters.
I'm not one for the pocket universes yet. I'm not like the stuff I saw in Superman with pocket universe. I didn't love, but I'm not against it either. I think cool things can be done of it.
I think they're going to elaborate in Peacemaker. So
yeah, I also think it could be overused too, which I'm worried about. You know, a plot device overused. You know,
yeah.
Boomstick Critique. He's on his channel. Oh, hey, Rhea.
No,
I am very interested for you to watch together because you were right in the trailer reaction about certain things. And
enjoy the movie?
I enjoyed it. I went with a new friend. It was a lot of fun. It's definitely a good horror movie. The acting is great. You might not want to be that close to anyone ever again, though. Together with someone, you might not want to. You know, it might give you like if horror movies impact you and you have a fear after the movie, you might like get away from me. So, but I really enjoyed the movie. I guess I could tell you my score if no people don't want to watch my review anyway. I gave it an 8.5. Really, I was really at the edge of my seat. There were some scenes there. There's a scene like horror movies fans really like when they go for a scene. You're like, oh, that was memorable. I think there's one scene that's like, whoa, they went there. And then I'm not sure how I feel at how it concludes without getting the spoilers. I'm like, okay. But I have that feeling about a lot of horror movies that I don't think the endings are strong on a lot of them. I always have issues with, especially like the slasher ones, like the screams
where everybody dies,
or the twists.
Yeah.
You know, like
No, I'm good.
It's cheesy. I know what you did last summer. Yeah. Yes, I can't effing wait for Weapons. Yeah. I'm in. That looks like a good movie. I still don't know if I can handle it. I'll see. But we're actually ending the show. And I'm sorry if people just got here. I am sleepy. I didn't take a nap. I went to the movies. Went to dinner.
Max gotta sleep very good, man.
And exercise, took a shower, and then streamed. So I'm ready to go get some rest. So I hope everyone has a good one. I'm probably going to be back tomorrow with the mic drop. I'll see if I'll stream after work. I don't know. And hopefully more content to come. Hope everyone has a good weekend. See some good movies. And the breaking news is Brian's back to Star Trek, which is really good news.
Damn right. Let's go.
I do also want to see Strange New Worlds. I don't know if I could catch up to you in time though.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna take my time. We'll come back and grab your hand, and together, my friend, we're gonna talk about something besides superhero movies. It'd be great.
All right. Well, good night, everyone. Have a good one. Thanks, Anthony.
Good luck,
Thanks,
good luck,
Brian.
everyone.
Thanks, you're gonna get in trouble for that. Bye.
My bad.
I didn't envy it, Anthony.